Hello, good morning students. See, welcome back to our e-learning session. See here, this is your chapter number 4 accounts part 1, chapter number 4 and lecture number 2. And I told you in my last lecture, this is your most important chapter. Okay, so I hope you all complete illustration number 1 and whatever the homework I was give you in my last lecture, that is to read page number 57 to 62. I hope you all read that. Now we will discuss about that particular illustration number 2, 3, 4. Okay, so shall we start now? See, combined journal entry. What is the next topic is combined journal entry. What is that? See, whenever one transaction, see, in a one day with a one party or one person do a more than one transactions on the one that day, that means what? Here we have to take, we can do that particular entry combined. What means of that? See here the example given on this page. Example, on 15 January, I am reading the example. See, on 15 January 2015, for wages 300, as salary rupees 2000, and for telephone bill rupees 500 are paid in cash. See, what is the entry for wages, salary and telephone bill? See, all are expenses, all are nominal accounts, right? So expenses are debited and here cash goes out. That's why three entries for these three transactions in one day, that is first is wages paid, that's why wages account debit to cash account. Second one, salary paid, so salary account debit to cash account. And the third one, telephone bill, that's why telephone expenses account debit to cash account. Three expenses are there and that's why that's three expenses will be debited. All expenses are debited, that's why three expenses are debited and cash goes out in these three transactions, all the transactions, that's why to cash account. See, this is the one, this is the three entries, but we can these are the three entries, but we can combine it and make it one. What means of that? Here wages is our expense, that's why debited. Salary is our expense, that's why debited. And telephone expenses is also our expense, that's why debited. And all the account are debited, but only cash account is credited in all these three entries, that's why to cash account. So your combined entry, see given on the page number 57, that wages account debit 300, salary account debit 2000 and telephone expense account debit 500 to cash account, total that is 2800. Cash goes out, total 2800 from to the business, that's why here cash account credited with 2800 and all expenses are debited. Okay, so this is the example of combined entry. And now we will discuss our regular illustration number 2. I am reading that. To commence business with the name Radhika Health Line, brought in business rupees 20,000 in cash. See, whatever, see what is the definition of capital terminology? What is the definition of capital here? Definition of capital means whatever cash or kind bring by the owner to the business, that is called a capital. Here owner commence with the cash 20,000, commence the business with the cash 20,000, machineries with 10,000 and stock with 15,000. Three items, cash, machineries and stock, bring or brought by the owner to the business. That's why all three are the capital for him. And that's why the combined entry for these is here. See, cash is our assets, machinery is our assets, as well as stock is our assets. That's why all assets accounts are debited. And who are bringing the all these things? Owner. Owner is a personal account. That's why whatever they give us, that we have to credit. debit the receiver and credit the giver account rule is apply here. So here credit the giver, but the capital account is credited. So your journal entry will be, see, you have to write like this. See here, the date is not given because it is just one example, right? So here we are writing just one in a date column, right? And see, cash comes into the business, that is our assets, that's why cash account debited with rupees 20,000. Machinery comes into the business, that is also our assets, that's why debited. So machinery is account debit. With rupees 10,000. And stock is also our assets, that's why it is come into the business, that's why debited. So stock account debit with rupees 15,000, and all these are brought by the owner, that's why it is a capital, and that's why it is credited to capital account. Total of these 45,000. Total 45,000 rupees capital, right, is brought by the owner to the business, and write down the being, that is being rupees 20,000 in cash, machinery of rupees 10,000 and stock of rupees 50,000 brought and commence the business. That is your being, and you have to write compulsory being, otherwise your answer is wrong. Your entry is correct, your debit credit amount is also correct, but if you don't write the being, that is narration, then your entry, you cannot get any marks of this entry. So please write down compulsory all the narrations regarding the entry, compulsory. Okay. Now illustration number 2, it is just an example to show that we can do a particular entry, that is 1, 2, 3 different entries. If it is combined, if it will be on the one day, then we will combine it and write down in a one this way. Okay, so please write down this is your illustration number 2. Now see, different types of journals are here. Particular types, particular topic is given here. See, but in your examinations there is no any particular topic is given here. It is just for your explanation which type of journal entries will ask. That's why for that they categorize that in a different way. But in the paper or in the examinations, combine all the topic are covered in one journal entry. See, we will discuss that in our last examples, right? But now we will discuss about the topic wise journal entries. See that? Write down this, and I am reading that journal entries for different types of transactions. Different types of transactions are given here, but the first transactions are transactions for capital and drawings when new business is commenced. See, the starting of the business is with the capital and drawings. Okay, so whatever owner give to the business and whatever owner take from the business, that is called capital and drawings. And we have to first, in this example, that is in illustration number 3, we have to show the transactions relating to capital and drawing only, nothing else. No purchase, no sales, no cash, no expenses, nothing, right? Only capital. See, in capital, honor bring with the cash or kind, whatever there are, what is that, we have to do that, but no any other expenses or personal accounts, right? So here we just have to show the transactions regarding capital as well as drawing. That means the transactions of honor with the business only. Honor with the business, capital and drawings. Okay, so here we will discuss about that. See that? See the illustration number 3 now. I am doing that on the board. Please draw a journal entries table. See, in who is the party? So first of all, I am reading the question. Illustration number 3. Ajay has commenced his business with name Awadh Enterprise. See, we have to write journal entries in the books of Awadh Enterprise, not in the books of Ajay. Whenever the firm name is given, we have to take that particular name as a base, not a party name, right? Not a honor name. So Ajay commenced a business. See, Ajay is for what? See the transactions. In the transactions, Ajay name is given, that you know that this is the honor, right? In Awadh Enterprise, the honor of that Awadh Enterprise is Ajay. And into the transactions, whenever they to ask us that about cash bring by Ajay or machinery bring by Ajay, that means honor brings something to the business, and whatever taking by the Ajay, that is honor taking or drawing from the business. That's why the name Ajay or honor account, honor name is given here. But we have to just write that in the heading, the enterprise name, right? So journal entry is in the journal of Awadh Enterprise. This is your illustration number 3. Now date, particulars, LF, debit and credit. This is the format of your journal entry. You have to write journal entry in this format only, compulsory. Okay. Now, see, the date is given. First of all, you have to write the date. What is the date? 2014, July 1st. 2016, sorry, July 1st. Introduce capital of rupees 50,000 and commence the business. See, only 50,000 cash will bring by the Ajay and start the business, commence the business. So the journal entry is cash comes into the business, that's why cash account debited, and here the capital, that means what? Here whatever bring by the honor, that is capital account, and here I hope you all know, or I hope you all remember the rules of personal account, real account and nominal account. See here, these transactions, capital of rupees 50,000 bring into the business and commence the business, means what? Cash comes in. Cash is a real account and that's why it is debited. So here the cash account is debited and owner is the person who are giving the rupees 50,000 to the business. That's why giver accounts. Here personal account rule is applied. Here rule of personal account is debit the receiver and credit the giver. So here the owner is the giver to the business. That's why owner account capital or owner account is credited, but the owner name is used as a representative personal account. That's why here capital account will be credited. Capital account is a representment of owner. See, in a rule that you don't have to write the name of the owner into the business. You cannot open owner's account into the business. If owner do the transaction with the business, then it is the capital account or drawing account. It is through a capital account or drawing account. That's why capital account as well as drawing accounts are the represent account of the owner. Okay, so please keep in mind always, whenever owner gives you something, that is gives business to something, or owner takes something from the business, then only capital account and drawing account is affected, not an owner account is affected, because capital and drawing account are the representing account of owner. Okay, so here introduce capital of rupees 50,000 and commence the business. That's why here cash account is debited with 50,000 and capital account is credited with 50,000. So here I am writing that cash account debit 50,000 to capital account 50,000, and write down the narration being rupees 50,000 brought by the owner by the Ajay and commence the business. Right? This is your being. You have to write that being, that particular being in your own words. See, and see this transaction is complete. That's why I am drawing a line in a particular column to show that this transaction is over. Okay, whenever the transaction is over, you have to draw one line in a particular column, not in date column, not in debit or credit amount column, right? Only in a particular column you have to draw a line. That is the rule. Okay, so what is the rule? See here, if you forget the rules, that means here, see, always debit the debit account, debit affected account we have to write that first, cash account debited, and whenever whatever the account are credited, we have to write it second, that is capital account, but we will have to leave some space to write that cash account debited, then leave some space to capital account. Here debit, short form of debit is there, we have to write compulsory, but short form of credit we don't have to write, we just credited the amount, here we debited the amount. Okay, and then we have to write a being, that is narration being rupees 50,000 brought into the business and commence the business. That is narration. See, you have to write the narration in your own words. Whatever, see, you can write the question also in a narration. Okay, so you have to write whatever you know about this entry, but you have to write in your own words. That is your narration, and after writing the narrations, you have to draw one line in a particular column to show that this transaction is over. Okay, so now the second one, that is 4th July, brought goods of rupees 10,000, furniture 2,000 and debtors of rupees 30,000 into the business. See, what is the next entry? Ajay brought goods of rupees 10,000, that is you can say goods of stock account debit. Okay, Next, furniture, that is also your assets. That's why furniture account debit. And the debtors will also your real asset, your current assets. That's why debtors accounts will also debited. And here all these things are brought by the owner to the business. That's why it is called a capital account. It is credited. All these three items are credited to capital account. And here in one day these three transactions doing with the capital account. That's why we are doing a combined entry. See the topic number 2, combined entry. Here in one day, that is 4th July, three transactions are there and it is related to capital account only. All three transactions are related to capital account. That's why we have to make a combined entry. Okay, so brought goods rupees 10,000, that is stock account debit, furniture debit and debtors debit to capital accounts. That is the journal entry. Date number 4. Goods of rupees 10,000. So we can write goods account as well as we can write stock account. See here, I am writing both. Stock account oblique goods account debited, then furniture brought by the owner, furniture account debited, then debtors. So debtors is also your asset. Debtors account debited with the amount 10,000, 20,000 and 30,000. And all these things brought by the owner. That's why it is a capital and that's why it is credited to capital account. Leave some space for the credit one. Here I am leaving some space. Then write to capital account. See, all these are the capital for the owner. That's why 10 plus 20 plus 30, that is 60,000 is credited to capital account. And you have to write narration. That is being goods of rupees 10,000, furniture of rupees 20,000 and debtors of rupees 30,000 brought into the business. Nothing else. This is your narration. Please write down these. I am not writing here. Please write down these. Being stock or goods of rupees 10,000, furniture of 20,000 and the debtors of 30,000 brought into the business. Nothing else. Okay. Next one. That is 10th entry. Sold bike of rupees 20,000 for 15,000, out of which 10,000 introduced into the business. See, owner do personally whatever, we don't have to write that into our journal entry. See, I am the owner of my business, right? And I am personally do whatever in my house or out of the business, whatever I am doing, that I don't have to write into my journal entry, into my business book. Right. So here owner sold his personal bike of 20,000 in 15,000. Whatever they are doing, they doesn't matter with their business. It is doesn't matter with their business. That means his 20,000 bike or 50,000 or 5 lakh rupees car is sold. That is doesn't matter with that with his business. Okay. So but whatever he is bring into the business, that is related to the business entry or journal entry or your books of accounts. Okay, so owner here sold his personal bike of 20,000 in 15,000. So he make a loss of rupees 5,000, but it doesn't matter with his business. Okay, whatever from that, see, from that 15,000 they bring rupees 10,000 into the business. That is the main point. Here 10,000 in whatever form, but the 10,000 is come into the business, but that's why we have to just write that 10,000 only. We have to ignore 20,000, we have to ignore 15,000, we have to ignore loss of sold of bike, selling of bike. See, all we have to ignore that, right? Only whatever owner doing in their personal life, that doesn't matter with their books of accounts or with that business, right? So here 20,000 bike is sold in 15,000, so it doesn't matter. 15,000, from that 15,000 owner, that is Ajay, bring rupees 10,000 into the business. That 10,000 we have to write as a capital. Cash is come into the business, that's why cash account here debited. The entry is on 10th July. Cash account debit with rupees 10,000 only. See, 20,000, 15,000 is just for the misguiding, right? 20,000, 15,000 is the personal life of the owner. Personal business, personal, all these personal details of the owner, that we don't have to write here. Here we just have to write whatever they bring into the business from that personal life, that is we have to write. 10,000 will bring here. So cash account debit with 10,000 to capital account, because it is brought by the owner, to capital account 10,000. Right? So being okay. So here cash account debit to capital account 10,000. 10,000 is your entry of 10th July. Now see the 14th July, brought in business personal receivable of rupees 6,000 and payables of rupees 4,000. See, receivable means debtors, payables means creditors. Write down under that receivable, under that debtors, payable, under that creditors. See, all receivable has debit balance, that means all debtors has debit balance, and all payables, that is creditors, has credit balance. Please write down all these things or note that. Compulsory in your fair book, note that. First, receivable means debtors, and debtors balance is always debit. Here payable is creditors, and creditors balance is always credit. Debtors always debited, creditors always credited. So both are their personal dues, right? Debtors is your owner's personal debtors and owner's personal creditors brought into the business. That's why we have to write down the entry regarding that. Okay, so receivable, see here we have to write both for the your convenience, that is receivable account is given into the textbook, but I told you that receivable means debtors, so we have to write both. That is, see which date is there, 14. Receivables, that is debtors account debit rupees 6,000. Payables account always credited, right? So whatever bring by the owner, debit balance must be debited, credit balance must be credited. Debtors has a debit balance, so it will be debited, and creditors has a credit balance, so it will be credited. Okay, whatever bring by the owner to the business, that we have to debited or credited. Whatever the balance is given, that we have to show that. Okay, so receivable, that is debtors account debit to payables, that is creditors account 4,000, and now the difference is your capital account. What is the difference? See here, 2,000 rupees is the difference that is credited to capital account. And you have to write a narration being receivables of rupees 6,000 and payables of rupees 4,000 brought into the business. Nothing else. You have to write like this. Okay. So it is very easy. First of all, write down these. Then I am removing that. Please write down these. And then we will discuss about the next point 16. We can write here one entry. So after that I am removing 16. Paid of income tax of rupees 500. See, income tax is also owner's personal expense. Income tax. See, income tax of business is the business expenses, but for income tax only, that is the personal expense of the owner, right? And that's why if it is paid from the business account, from the business cash, from the business bank, then it will become a drawing for the owner. Whatever taken from the business, that is called a drawing, right? Here income tax paid rupees 500. See, it is a cash transaction. See, it is a cash transaction. There is no any specification regarding party name, no cash or credit word is used. That's why we can say that this is a cash transaction. Okay, and this cash transaction, from these cash transactions we have to write that income tax is paid. That's why cash goes out from the business. That's why cash account is credited. But cash is goes out from the business for the personal expense of the owner. Cash goes out from the business for not the business expense, for the personal expense of the owner. That's why it will become a drawing. Okay, so here we don't have to write the income tax or tax expense. Here the tax expense is not of the business tax expense, it is a personal, owner's personal expense. That's why here we have to write a drawing account debit to cash account. Okay, so 16. Drawing account debit rupees 500 to cash account rupees 500. Okay, being income tax paid by the owner. Being income tax of rupees 500 paid from the business. That is the main narration. Okay. So first of all write down these and we will discuss remaining 4 entries later. First of all write down these, then I am removing that. See, these are the only capital, relating to capital and drawings transactions. That is only transactions with the owner. Okay, whatever bring by the owner to the business and whatever taken from the business, that we have to write here only. Okay, so only capital account is credited in this all the transactions, or debit account will be debited. Here in first 4 capital account is credited. Now in 16 the drawing account is debited. If anything taken from the business by the owner, that will be debited to drawing account. See here in the form of income tax payment. Here the owner taking rupees 500 from the business. That's why drawing account will be debited here. Okay. So now I am removing that. Okay. Now the next date is 20. Withdrawn rupees 1000 from the business for personal use. See here, rupees 1000 is withdrawn from the personal use for the personal use, that is cash brought in, cash taken from the business by the owner, rupees 1000 for their personal use. And that's why whatever taken from the business by the owner, that is called a drawing. So you have to write on the 20th July, drawing account debit to cash account. One thousand rupees 1000 taken from the business for their personal use. That is the narration. Being 1000 withdrawn from the business. That is your narration. Okay. So here drawing account is debited because partner owner is taken 1000 cash from the business for their personal use. That's why drawing account is debited, and cash goes out from the business. That's why cash account here credited. Okay. Now the next point, 22nd, paid rupees 200 for life insurance premium from the business. See here, we are paying rupees 200 for life insurance premium. See, there are two types of premium. Only business insurance premium, or you can say insurance premium, only the word is there. That means it is a general insurance, and general insurance is the expense of the business. It is for the goods, for the furniture, for the building of the business, and that's why that insurance premium is the expense of the business. But here the life insurance word is there. Life insurance means what? Life insurance is only for a particular owner's life insurance, right? So that life insurance premium is the expense of the owner, personal expense, right? So it is not paid from the business. It is their personal expense. He has to pay from his personal assets. He has to pay this life insurance premium. But here owner is doing from the business. That is, his life insurance premium is paid from the business cash. Okay. So here that account is also being a drawing account, because his personal expense is paid from the business. That's why it is a drawing account. Life insurance premium is always personal insurance premium of the owner, and that's why it is a drawings account always. Please keep in mind, only insurance premium account is given. Insurance is paid for the business rupees 500, rupees 1000. That means it is an expense of the business. That's why insurance premium nominal expense, nominal account is there, right? Insurance premium is a nominal account, and that expense is debited to the books of accounts. Okay. So whenever only the word insurance premium is given, please keep in mind, whenever only the word insurance premium is given, you have to debit insurance premium as a business expense. But the word life insurance premium, underline that particular word, life. Life insurance premium is only of the owner's life insurance premium, and that's why it is a personal expense of the owner, and if it is paid from the business, then it will become our drawings. Okay. So here you have to understand that 22nd July paid rupees 200 for life insurance premium from the business. That's why that is Ajay is doing a drawing from the business of rupees 200 for their personal expenses. See here, 1000 is drawing for the personal expenses is the directly, and here 200 is also their personal expenses, but an income tax, again income tax 500 is also an indirect expense of the owner, that is personal expense of the owner from the business, and that's why all accounts are here, not a particular insurance premium or not a particular tax. Here we have to write a drawing account. because it is a personal expense of the owner. It is not a business expense. That's why. Now 22nd, drawing account debit rupees 200. 2. See, it is paid, nothing is given by check or by cash. So we have to assume as a cash, drawing account debit to cash account. If it is specifically said that and give a check, that means we have to write to bank account. But here no specification is given, that's why we have to write a cash account. Being life insurance premium is paid by the owner from the business, rupees 200. Being life insurance premium of rupees 200 paid from the business. That is 22nd July. Now 25th July. See that? Withdrawn goods of rupees 400 for personal use from the business. See, whatever amount taken by the business, that is also a drawing, but whatever goods taken from the business for their personal use, that is also called a drawing. But whenever goods goes out other than sales or other than purchase return from the business, then at that time you have to credit a purchase account. See, write down this note compulsory into your fare book. Please write down this. Whenever goods goes out, please write down this into your fare book as a note. After this, okay, that whenever goods goes out from the business other than sales or purchase return, whenever goods goes out from the business other than sales or purchase return, it is credited to purchase account. Always it is credited to purchase account always. For example, goods given as a free sample, goods given as a free sample, goods taken by owner for their personal use, goods taken by the owner for their personal use. Next, comma, goods given in the donation. Next, comma, goods destroyed by fire, etc. Okay, so this is the note. Please keep in mind and please remember this note because it is very helpful in our next examples. See, whenever the goods goes out other than the sales or purchase return, then always means always we have to credit with the purchase account. If it is goods given for the free sample, goods given for a donation, goods destroyed by fire, or the last thing is here goods taken by the owner for their personal use, that means drawings from the, see, these is a cash drawings. See, these three entry number 16th July, 20th July and 22nd July, three drawings are there, is a cash drawings from the business by the owner, right? But this is 25th is the drawings by the goods. Here the owner taken the business goods for their personal use, right? So here we have to write drawing account debit 25th July rupees 400 to here I am writing cash in 16 July, 20 July and 22nd July, but here we have to write purchase account because here not cash goes out from the business, here goods goes out from the business. That's why to purchase account. Generally, purchase account is always credited, generally. But whenever goods owes out other than sales or purchase return, we have to credit purchase account. Okay, so 400 rupees. And in narration, we have to write being goods of rupees 400 taken by the owner for their personal use from the business. Okay, goods of rupees 400 is withdrawn for the personal use by the owner. That is your narration, and here 25th date entry is over, so you have to write one line also. And the last one, that is 31st, college tuition fees of his son, of the son of rupees 500 paid from the business. See, Ajay's son's college tuition fees, right, or college fees is paid by the owner from the business. See, again it is their personal expense, it is his personal expense, and it is paid from the business. That's why here we have to take it as a drawing. So last one, 31st, drawing account debit rupees 500. See, cash paid for that. That's why to cash account, cash goes out from the business, not any goods. That's why we have to credit cash account, being college tuition fee of his son, college tuition fee of rupees 500 paid from the business. That is your narration. You have to write that narration, and see that you have to make the total after that. See, here the journal entry, all journal entries given into the illustration is over. Now after that, after this line, please keep in mind, after this line, that is after narration, we have to make one line here and two line under that, compulsory. One line here and two line under that, and we have to make the total here first. Always first we have to make the total of debit, and then we have to make the total of credit, and always both are equal, compulsory, because whatever debited we are credited, whatever debited we are credited. See here, I am not writing, so 1000, 1000, 200, 200, 400, 400, 500, 500, all debit amount is same as credit amount. That's why the total is also same. See, the total is 1,10,600. Again here the total is 1,10,600. And why this two line under that? It will show that the answer, the total is tally, right? And here we have to write total also. See, we have to draw like this, compulsory after the end of the sum. Date, particulars, LF, debit and credit. Line draw for one line. Here drawing one line, then write down the total in the particular column, then second line, and after that here the second line is there. Under that it will show that here your total is tally. Okay, so here your first illustration, that is illustration number 3, sorry, is over. First of all, I am giving you 2 to 3 minutes and read illustration number 4 first and draw the journal entry of Gokul Traders. Okay, and write down these. Please write down these, and then we will discuss about our next illustration. Okay, so write down these. See here, the transactions relating to capital and drawings only. That is, the transactions by the owner to the business only is given here. See, in your final exam, in your test, nothing, not only one transactions regarding capital or drawing will ask. It will ask in a whole form, that is all the accounts, personal account, real account and nominal account. Under that, all the purchase, sales, all expenses, all incomes, drawings, capital, all the goods, debtors, creditors, all accounts, purchase return, sales return will ask. That means it is whole account, all the transactions is given into your examination. But for your specific explanation, for your specific understanding, here types of accounts is given, here the types of transactions is given, different types of transactions and different types of topic is given for your better understanding. Okay, so please keep in mind, only not capital account and only not drawing account will ask into your examination. It is a just part of that particular total whole sum. Okay, please keep in mind. Now the second point, see here, this is the transaction relating capital and drawings, and the next second point is the transactions for the goods and assets. What is that? For the goods, that is real account. For the assets, again it is a real account, but goods account means purchase and sales, as well as asset account means assets purchase and assets sales. See the difference between these two I am explaining you here. Whenever I am purchasing the goods for the business, whatever I am reselling that, and from that I am earning some amount, I am earning profit from that, that is goods for me, right? For my business, what is the goods? Whatever I am purchasing for resale, whatever I am purchasing for making a profit of the, that is the purpose of purchasing that particular goods, that I have to make a profit from selling of that particular goods. That is goods for me. That is the definition, that is the terminology of goods. And what is your assets for the business? That is whatever I am purchasing or I am selling for the my business help, right? For betterment of my business, whatever I am purchasing or selling, that is my assets. That is means here I am that particular asset, I am not purchasing for resale, I am purchasing for the use of my business, right? If I am purchasing the furniture, if I am purchasing the AC, if I am purchasing a chair or table, it is help my business, not for the resale, not for the earning purpose I am purchasing or selling that. Okay, so here the difference between goods and assets account I am giving you, and transaction regarding goods and transaction regarding assets is here given. Please read that all these things. I told you that, see, you are reading up to page number 62. Now you have to read your page number 63, 64 and 65. That is transactions for the goods and assets, all the points, goods related transactions, then assets related transactions, you have to read that. Then you have to also read illustration number 4, question only, see the answer, draw the table of that particular answer, and then you have to read other forms of goods outward. That is the next topic. That is your homework. See, now here I am complete my lecture and I am giving you the homework. See the homework here. Read up to illustration number 4. Not 4, up to illustration number 5. All the topic you have to read compulsory. Then I will explain it in my next lecture. So please read that. If you are reading this, then your understanding is very easy. right? Whenever I am explaining you, you already read that. The explanation is mixed with your reading, and the understanding of your this topic is it will become a very easy. Okay, so please read that. Homework is read up to illustration number 5 and write illustration number 2 and 3 in your fair book. Okay. And also write in your exercise book, see page number in your exercise question number 6, transactions for capital and drawings. See the transaction of capital and drawings is given in the question number 6. So you have to write in your exercise book, exercise 4, question number 6, transactions for capital and drawings. You have to write in your exercise book compulsory. So what is your homework? Finally read up to illustration number 5, all the topics, all the theories, please read it carefully. Then write your illustration number 2 and 3, whatever we will discuss on the board today in the today's lecture. So please write down these also in your fair book, in your example book compulsory. And now in your exercise book you have to write your exercise 4, question number 6, relating to only capital and drawings. Okay, see that transactions for capital and drawings, specifically it is the instruction is there. So you have to write that particular illustration, particular exercise sum in your exercise book. Okay, so here now I am complete my lecture. So thank you class.